Hey, and welcome to the Jessica Paul podcast. I'm your host, Jess Paul, actress, manifestation expert, and mindset coach. And I'm here to share with you all of my secrets on confidence, success, and the magic of manifestation. If you're ready to dive in deep and see more success in your career, more money in your bank account, and more love in your life, with a whole new level of freedom, then you're in the right place. I'm letting loose on everything you need to take back control of your life, up-level your mindset, and tap into your manifestation powers. I'm so excited that you're here. Hello, gorgeous souls, and welcome back to another episode of the JP podcast. It's me, Jess Paul, here to help you manifest the life of your dreams. I always start this podcast with the same intro. It's so funny. Guys, if you're new to this community, hey, lovely to welcome you in here. And if you're an OG listener, then girl, love you so much. Diving into today's episode, it feels weird because I'm literally recording this the day before I'm going to release it. And usually I record like a few days before, like Monday is usually my recording days. But I have been so busy. All good things, guys. Really, really inspired action. The thing is, for me, when I feel inspired by something, I'm always running my business and running my life through energetics. So if I'm feeling inspired, I am doing the damn thing. And that usually means that I'm like on the phone to my assistant every single day being like, let's do this. And she's suddenly like bombarded with things. Bless her, like she's a freaking star. But when I have an idea for something, I am just go. And my family and friends know that about me, and it's just the way I work. So over the past week, guys, I've just been like on one. And it's because I've released something very exciting, which I will get into talking about very soon. But I've just been, in life in general, guys, I've just been feeling really inspired. And as I say, like our lives ebb and flow like this all the time. But my biggest advice to you is when you do feel inspired in this way, take the action. Just do the thing, because always the best things come out of that. I'm not really much of a planner. Like, I really am not much of a planner. Like, I'm just more of a, if I'm feeling it, I'm doing it. And then everything else kind of has to wait kind of thing. So I've been super busy, but my little life update that has gone on over the past week was that I was dog sitting our little dog, so our family dog. She was staying in my flat, and I freaking loved it. And I think as well, it's just given me that little burst of inspiration that's been on my mind anyway, but I think I want to manifest a dog, guys. I want a little dog, because the thing is, I work on my own, I live by myself in this flat, and it would just be a lovely thing to have. Although I also am looking probably to travel soon as well. So who knows what's going to come first, but I'm definitely going to have a dog at some point in the future for myself. But anyway, guys, so let's just dive straight into today's sponsor, because it's a really freaking exciting one. So yesterday I released my Mindset, Miracles, and Money Masterclass. Yes, we're going all in. We are going all in with money mindset. This is something that I've been talking about for years, guys. And this is the first time I'm actually releasing something that is quite literally your money mindset 101. Like, it is literally every single one of my secrets all rolled into one very exclusive masterclass. So I'm going to be teaching you how to literally redefine what money actually is. I'm going to be teaching you how to rewrite your money story, get rid of your money blocks. I'm going to be talking to you about why your money beliefs literally shape your reality and how you can change them, and what abundance actually is. And because I think people get confused by that as well, and how to actually tune into the frequency of abundance and the energetics of money, basically. It's all rolled into one masterclass, which is why I'm so excited about it. And also, like, there's that element of like faith in there too, real faith in the universe, and knowing that the money is coming to you. Like, that was a big part of my own journey. So we're going to be chatting a lot about that in the masterclass as well. But basically, I am just helping you completely reframe your mindset around money. And I am so passionate about this. This is literally one of the reasons why I've been so inspired and working lately. I'm so passionate about this because I have lived it. I have been through this. I have had very, very little money in my bank account to manifesting a 6-figure business in a very short amount of time. And so everything that I'm teaching you in this masterclass is the freaking truth. It's the truth. It's undeniable. And I can't wait to bring it to you because it's one of the questions that gets asked so much in my DMs, on comments, like, how what are the actual energetics of money? How do we manifest more money into our lives? And so I'm basically giving you everything in this masterclass, plus a 28-page ebook, guys. I literally wrote a book. I wrote a book for you to go alongside this masterclass, which literally works with it. But you have all of these tools, all of these journal prompts for life in there as well. So that's what you're also getting. And with this live masterclass, which, by the way, is the 3rd of March at 1 p.m. UK time, make a mental note of that. As well as that, guys, you're also getting a private Q&A with me after this masterclass. So this is something that I don't do very often, and I can't wait to go in with you all on this. But a couple of questions that have been asked already. If you can't make the live class, guys, if you can't make that time and that day, don't worry, because you will all be receiving the replay. So if you know you can't make that day, all you have to do is purchase it and then just email me in with any questions that you have, because I can answer them at the end on the live call. And guys, the price for this is literally only £55. That's it. And you're getting all of my secrets on money mindset. So what you need to know as well is that this price is going to go up after the event, guys. This price is literally going to double after the event, because I have jam-packed this full of so much value for you all. So if you want in on this now, even if you can't make the live event, get in there now, girl. Get in there now. All of the information is going to be linked in my show notes. If you have any more questions, don't be afraid to drop me a DM on Instagram. But I am literally so excited to bring this to you. And I've already got so many of you interested or in there already. So it's going to be a vibe. It's going to be an absolute vibe. And let's just go and make 2022 the most abundant, financially free year that you've ever had in your life. I can't wait. So all the information will be in the show notes. Any more questions, drop me a DM, and I can't wait to see you all there. So guys, let's dive straight into today's episode, which is all about money. Obviously, keeping in theme, in alignment with what is going on at the moment. I wanted to bring you an episode all about money mindset. Because this is going to tie so beautifully into all of you guys who are coming in on the Money Mindset Masterclass that I've released. And I just want to kind of like, I just want to redefine and like remystify what this is all about. Because when I first started my journey, guys, of manifestation and self-development, I honestly didn't really think about the money at all. Like, it just wasn't at the forefront of my mind. But that was also one of the reasons why it wasn't coming in straight away. Because when I first started my journey, it really was just to love myself again. It was to heal my soul. It was to feel good. It was to feel confident again. It was to, really be able to show up as the woman that I wanted to show up as. And so like the money wasn't like a big deal for me. And especially because my business, when I created it, like I didn't really create it to be a business in the first place. I just, as a coach, I just started showing up to help people, and then it turned into a business. And the reason it turned into a business was because I then started to see the importance of money. And really, I was kind of looking at my vision board and I was looking at what I wanted to manifest into my life and this like amazing future that I wanted for myself. And I was looking at it and I was going, I'm not going to be able to create that unless I have money to do so, right? All of that freedom that I had up there on my vision board that I wanted, which I'm now living, by the way, when like 2 or 3 years ago when I was looking at that, I was like, well, it's not going to happen unless I have that money, that freedom to do it. So that's when I really started going, okay, let's make this more of a focus. Let's actually start working on this and start manifesting it. And honestly, guys, people find money a really freaking taboo subject. Like, this is what I've found, and this is what I used to find. People don't want to talk about it. People think it's wrong to talk about it, right? I've seen this so much, and especially as an artist, as a creative, like, I hear this phrase all the time in our industry. Oh, it's not about the money, it's about the art, right? As an actor, like, I hear that phrase so much. And at the end of the day, guys, it is about the money, because like I just said, if you want to create that freedom-based lifestyle for yourself, you need the money. So we first just want to understand what money even is, right? Because money is basically just energy, okay? That's like the first thing you need to know. So all that time when I was kind of thinking, oh, like, it's not about the money, it's about the love of art, really, money is just the same thing as love. It's an energy. Like, we are all energy. We live in a vibrational reality. And I'm sure if you guys are listening to this podcast and you're continuing to listen to it, that is a core belief of yours, that we live in a vibrational reality. So everything is just energy. And money is included in that. But we have been so conditioned to believe that money is like a different thing. Okay. But when you really start leaning into money being like a spiritual thing, because there's a reason, guys, that there are so many spiritual gurus and spiritual babes out there. Like, I'm sure you listen to other podcasts and you're like following other spiritual gurus out there. Not calling myself a spiritual guru, by the way, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I live this, I breathe this. There's a reason why they're all so damn rich. There's a reason, okay? There's a reason why those people that you're looking at that are highly spiritual are also ridiculously wealthy. And it's because money is just energy. And if you know how to manipulate that energy, and I know that word manipulate sounds strange, but that's basically the law of attraction. If you know how to use that, recreate that, if you know how to match that energy, you're going to call it into your life. So there's a reason you're looking at all these people and you're going, why? How do they have so much money? Why are they making it work so much? It's because they're not running with the conventional standard that society sets. These really, really amazing, these billionaires, these spiritual people that have these big multi-million pound businesses, right? That's not where I am right now, but fuck me, like, I have come a long way, right? But it's because they know that it's energy, right? So for me, when I first really started to understand that, that's when I started to manifest. Because within the law of attraction, whatever you call into your life, it's just a set of beliefs and it's your energy. Your energy and your beliefs shape your reality. That is the law of attraction, right? So if you want to manifest more money into your life, then you have to do the inner work around it, right? If your whole reality, which it is all a set of beliefs and the energy you hold around those beliefs, then you have to dive into that in your money, right? If you're believing that money shouldn't be the focus, that it's greedy to want more money, that it's evil, that it's hard work. That's something that I lived with for so many years. I had this belief that it was just really hard to make money, and I was conditioned to believe that because I was living in a performing industry that was telling me, literally coming out of drama school, this is going to be hard, you better get prepared, and so I was conditioned to believe that it was hard to make my money, right? But if you're living with that set of beliefs, then that's all you're going to see in your reality, guys. That is the basic principle of the law of attraction. And remember, you have two set of beliefs. Like, you've got your conscious ones that you're saying to yourself every day, and that you're also like hearing other people say, oh God, I only just heard it recently. Someone saying, people that focus, I don't like people that focus so much on money. I don't like people that do that, right? You're hearing these things every day, like consciously. And it's going in, but then there's your subconscious beliefs too. And these are the ones that work like clockwork that you are not aware of. And these are the ones that I help every single one of my clients work through. Because if you don't know what your subconscious beliefs are, you can't change your reality. You won't change. Even if you think you're saying the affirmations and doing the things, you won't change, right? So they're the deeper rooted beliefs. But also, guys, you have to understand the flow of money. And now this is probably one of the biggest things that completely changed my money reality. It completely changed my financial situation when I finally understood what the flow was. Because, if money is just energy, then there is a flow of it like anything else in this world. And again, a lot of us are conditioned to believe that there is a limited supply of money. You're telling yourself, I can't afford that. I don't have enough money for that. But what you've got to understand is that if money is energy, then there is an unlimited supply that is like flowing on repeat, that there is you can't stop the flow. And something interesting that I found out was actually like the Latin origin of the word currency, because currency is another word for money. And that it comes from the word currens, a Latin word, which literally means, guys, the condition of flowing. Like, how crazy is that? Okay, so, and again, like if you think about a current in the sea, like it's a flow. And the reason I'm telling you this is because if you want to manifest more money, you need to understand that in order to do that, you have to be able to let go of money. It was like the biggest mic drop moment for me because I was always a saver, a hoarder. I didn't like letting go of my money. And I had to be kind to myself because, guys, I literally came from being an out-of-work actress. Like, I literally had no money. And like any of you listening, you might relate to that. Because you might be sitting there thinking, oh, well, Jess, that's really easy for you to say because you have an abundance of money now through this business. So sure, it's going to be easy for you to let go of that money. But I didn't start there, guys. I started with nothing in my bank account. When I first started letting go of my money in spending my money on things that made me feel good, because that's really this process of you've got to get used to spending money on things that make you feel good and investments that are going to move you forward. Right? There's no point in just spending your money like here, there, and everywhere for no reason. Like, it has to make you feel something and it has to move you forward in some way, which is why people invest in coaches, and for me, when I first invested in something that was like, I'm talking thousands, guys, I had to like scrape that together, really had to scrape it together, like from savings, from asking people, like all the things. But when I finally did that and I let go of that money on my first ever mentor, I made all of that money back within 24 hours and more, guys. Because it was I'd done a lot of inner work before that, by the way. I'd really laid a money foundation for myself before that. So this is why it flowed in so quickly for me. But that is just money manifestation. When you finally release that blockage of energy, which is what it is. When you're saving and hoarding money, you're blocking off a flow. So you're blocking off a flow of energy. But when you finally release that block, it all comes in with massive speed. Right? But like I said, I wasn't at that point first and foremost. Like I had very, very little money in the bank account because for years I was living in London. I was really slaving away trying to work these like multiple part-time jobs to be an actress. And so I saved, right? And I think it's one of the biggest, I say this to everybody who invests in me as a coach, people that come into my academy, the women that invest, oh God, especially in my like high ticket one-on-one coaching, because my one-on-one coaching is very, very tailored and we work very closely together. So it's naturally a bigger investment. And I say this to every single one of the women that invest in me, like even the act of putting that money down before we've even started working together is literally like the biggest signal to the universe, the biggest thing for your money mindset. You can't beat the feeling as well, guys, when you finally do it. Like, it's such an enjoyable feeling. But if you are like sitting here and you're thinking, well, I literally do not have that money, I do not have it, again, just take note of your beliefs. But also, there are other ways to let go of that money in small ways, guys. We don't have to always be thinking about letting it go in the thousands, but like, you know, just small ways to like consciously be unblocking that flow is so damn important for your money reality. And a little story for you all, which I think I might even do a whole podcast episode on this because it ties into so much to do with your up level as, you know, as a woman, as a business owner, as like just up leveling in general in your life. But this is all to do with taxes because, guys, we had to, you know, do our tax return recently, and I let go. I'll be completely open with you all. I let go of over £20,000 in taxes this year. And that's because of everything I had called in. Like I said, guys, for those of you that maybe have only just come across me in this episode and you're like confused about who I am, I run a 6-figure business, and I created that myself using these energetics, using the law of attraction, and called in £100,000 in 8 months' time, which is a very short amount of time. And that's continued to grow. And my business continues to grow. My finances continue to grow. And so naturally, if we think about this flow that we're in, I'm going to be letting go of more money, guys, right? That's what naturally happens. And it's also something that you have to get used to, because if you want to call more and more and more money into your life, you've got to be letting go of more and more and more. You can't just make one investment and go, okay, that's my big investment. Now let's be a millionaire, right? Like, all millionaires are constantly reinvesting into that flow, into that economic flow. And also another point here, just on what we were saying previously about how money is actually a spiritual thing. You know, when I let go of that money, I immediately, my first thought, even though it was scary, guys, like, I'm not going to lie to you, it was fucking scary having to let go of that much money in taxes. I didn't sit there and get angry about it or like have negative energy towards that. Like, I was telling somebody about it, and they were like, oh my God, that makes me feel sick. Like, that makes me feel ill that you had to give all of that money to the government, right? And I was like, well, no, it doesn't, because that money is it's being put forward for people who need it. It's being put into an economic flow, and I am giving back. And again, this ties into what money really is, and money is just a tool, guys. So money is what you make it. If you're making money to do good things with that money, to give back to society, to give back to people who need it most, that makes money a spiritual thing, right? And for me, I was sitting there and I was going, this is scary, but also I am literally helping society right now. And I've done that myself. And so it was something I had to be freaking proud about, right? So that's what I mean about that flow, guys. And, you know, I'll be the first person to say, like, I'm continuously investing in myself. And that's why I continuously make more money, right? It's continuously why my clients make so much money and continue to make money, because they continue to invest. Now, this actually like ties into another very, very important aspect to do with money manifestation, which we are diving in on inside the Money Mindset Masterclass that I'm releasing. So, and this is like all to do with feeling deserving of money, because guys, your net worth is directly related to your self-worth. If you don't believe you're deserving of having money, the universe isn't going to give it you, right? If you don't believe you're worthy. So you've got to like think about the standards that you're setting for yourself. When I first started my business, I was charging £50 an hour. No word of a lie. That was it. right? And now it's near enough £500 an hour because I know my worth. And know my worth. And so if you have a lack of belief in yourself, if you have a lack of confidence in what you do as a creative, as a businesswoman, just as a woman in general, because guys, like, you know, I'm talking about this in terms of those who maybe run a service-based business who are making money yourself. But even those of you who are employed in a 9-to-5 job, if you're not showing up in the energy of worthiness, of confidence, then your boss isn't going to give you that raise, right? Like, and this is how money can manifest, you know? Money can manifest in a multitude of ways. Like, literally, one of my clients, guys, when she first started working with me, because of the work we were doing on her confidence and her self-worth, she literally manifested a 20K raise in her job. And I guarantee, like, and there's no coincidence in that. Like, she could have gone into that meeting with her boss and it had a completely different outcome. But because the energy she was giving off was so full of fucking confidence and worthiness of and being deserving of that money, her boss gave her the raise, right? So your confidence is so fucking important. And obviously that's a big thing that I teach as a coach, how to tap into that bad bitch mentality, right? Because that's where you deserve to be vibrating at. And if you are not feeling that level of confidence yet, there is still inner work to do, which is why when I talk about this inner work surrounding money, it's not just your set of beliefs around money, it's your set of beliefs around yourself and your self-worth. And so there's two aspects to this, like, inner work that we do around money mindset. It's you doing the light work around it and you're doing the shadow work around it. You got to dive into what is really blocking you here. So guys, that is basically your money mindset, right? You've got to really think about what you're believing about money, what you're feeling about money, what you're thinking about money, and you've got to redefine all of that and reframe all of that if you want to create a different, more abundant financial reality for yourself, right? Which again, like I said, is everything that I'm sharing inside this masterclass. All of my secrets on how I went from 0 to 100K in less than a year, how I continue to grow my finances, how I continue to believe my worth around my money. So basically just make sure you get in here. Come and join the money vibes because, like I said, the price that it's at right now is going to go up. It's literally going to double. And that's because I know my worth. That's because I know the value that I'm giving you all. And even just that act of letting that money go, like I said, is contributing to that economic flow. So in more ways than you even know, it's contributing to your money manifestation. But the final thing I want to say about money manifestation is that, of course, like all manifestation, you have to take the freaking action. And this is really something I pride myself on as a coach. One of the things that so many of my students inside the academy and my one-on-one clients do is they take that action, and I'm really like passionate about that with them. I am that coach that gives you that loving kick up the ass, like I always say, and that's why my students vibe with me. That's why my clients want to work with me, because that's the energy I give. You know, I'm always giving that energy. And it's also the reason why I have been so successful in my money manifestation, because I don't just sit on my ass and wait for the money just to come in, right? I go and make it happen. And the main thing here, guys, with taking that action is that you have to lay this foundation first, right? You have to do this inner work first around your money mindset, for you to then, when you take the action, it's like boom, boom, boom. It just happens with so much speed. And that's why in my own journey, I called the money in so quickly, because the action that I was taking was laid with the right foundation, with the right mindset. I was aligned. I was feeling good. I was inspired. And that's why, like, you know, all the action I've taken recently. And actually, guys, just like something that I, like literally yesterday when I released that money mindset class, I manifested nearly £4,500 in the space of about 8 hours. That's just one of the things I've done. I've manifested 20K days right? That's now part of my reality. This is part of how I live my life. But like I said beforehand, guys, I was in a very, very different financial situation. I was making probably like only scraping about £700 a month as a part-time care assistant because I hadn't done any of this inner work. And so that's just the quantum leap that you can really see in your finances when you do this. And I just want to say something here because some of these figures that I'm throwing around can seem quite big, and like some of the things I'm talking about in terms of business, and you might be listening to this and you might be thinking, oh, well, I'm not a business owner. I'm not, in the space that, a coach or, a lot of you might be creatives, might be actors, but some of you I know that I've got people in my audience that are literally still in high school, which big up to you guys, by the way, because frickin' hell, if you're learning about this stuff now, then you are going to be doing bits in a few years' time. But, you might be sitting there thinking, well, I'm not this person. How do I call this money in? Money manifestation works for everybody. It's not just something that works just for business owners, right? Money comes through all sorts of channels, guys. And if you do this inner work and you reframe your mindset around money in this way, you will call it in. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you are, right? Remember, like I say, with any of this manifestation work, everybody has the same opportunities. Everybody. And if you are confident enough and if you are strong enough in your beliefs, you can call it in. You can create the financial reality of your dreams, right? So don't get put off by all of these big figures or me talking about business if you're not a business owner yourself. You can do it too. And a lot of the people who come into my academy are like that. I have all sorts of women coming into my academy. My academy isn't just for business owners, right? It's for every woman, every ambitious woman who wants to come and up-level their lives and their careers and themselves in general. So, guys, I just want to kind of sum this up really quickly for you. Your homework is simply to get yourself in on that money mindset masterclass. If you're ready for it, if you're really seriously committed and you're ready to invest in yourself in that way, for such a small investment, guys, and you're getting so much value, then freaking go for it. Don't hold yourself back. Do it for you, right? But just to sum this up really quickly, basically, there's three main things with your money mindset. Number one, get used to just freaking talking about money. Sounds so simple, but just get used to making it a part of your reality. Redefine it, right? That's the first thing, because if you can't even talk about it, if you still think it's weird or a taboo subject, then it's literally not going to be something that wants to stick around in your life, right? The second thing is understanding the flow and just getting used to letting go of your money in small ways first. I'm not talking about like letting all of it go and getting into debt. Like, I do not advise that one bit, but just like understanding the flow is enough. Just understanding it, just acknowledging it, right? And the third thing is knowing your freaking worth. Knowing that you're worthy of having it, knowing that you're deserving of it, knowing that if it is just a spiritual flow of energy, then you have access to that. And you're supposed to have access to that. It's natural for you to have access to that. So you are worthy of it. And so doing that inner work around not only your beliefs centered around money, but also your beliefs around yourself and your confidence is fucking fundamental to become a rich, ridiculously rich, abundant, financially free woman, right? I hope that you have all enjoyed this episode. I've loved chatting about this because, like I said, such a passionate topic of mine, something that I have literally lived through myself, something that is continuing to grow in my life and that I have so much knowledge about that I'm about to share with you all in this masterclass. So if you've got any questions, guys, I would love for you to, as always, share this on your Instagram stories if this has resonated with you and you've loved it with any of your biggest takeaways. And if you have any questions about the masterclass, just drop me a DM. I'm always in there, guys, and open and ready to chat to you all. And all of the information will, of course, be in the show notes. But go and have a gorgeous week, guys. Can't wait to see you all inside the class, and I will speak to you all soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who you think would love it too. And if you want to let me know how you found it, just screenshot this episode, add it to your Instagram story, and tag me at I am Jessica Paul so that I can throw all the love right back at you. And of course, subscribe, hit those 5 stars, and leave a review to show your support and to keep the good stuff coming. Sending you so much love and gratitude from your girl Jess.